Some people find that paleo diets are too hard because of the no sugar limitation. This rule is probably one of the hardest to stick to. I mean, how do you have dessert? Anything sweet at all? I think the biggest issue is that people aren't aware of the alternative options. If you cut out sugar, you're cutting out cookies, ice cream, chocolate, candies, and all kinds of other sweet treats. How can you possibly enjoy a dessert without reaching for one of these comfort foods? Interestingly, there are plenty of options available to paleo dieters that will almost certainly relieve that sweet craving. In fact, there are plenty of recipe books which are specifically designed to shed light on the dessert options when following the paleo diet. Not being able to enjoy sweet treats and sweet-tasting snacks is a common concern for people on the paleo diet, and for people considering making the switch. The thing you need to remember on the paleo diet is that the sugar you are cutting out is the processed chemical-type sugars from unhealthy foods. You are still allowed to consume sugar, it just has to be naturally occurring. Fruit juices are a great example. You can easily make a frozen fruit lolly, it just won't be the chemical concoction that you're used to. It'll be real fruit juice, and potentially even tastier than the counterpart you're used to. Things like almond flour and maple syrup are natural ingredients, you can still use these when on the paleo diet. You aren't restricted to purely savory foods. If you follow a good recipe, you can easily make your favorite treats like cakes, brownies, even cookies. You just have to substitute certain ingredients for the more natural alternative. Once you get the hang of it, you may find that you even prefer some of your newer, more paleo-friendly recipes. Natural ingredients tend to taste better, and they don't usually leave you feeling quite as unhealthy on the inside. You may find that while on the paleo diet your tastes change anyway. Things like strawberries and pineapple are perfectly fine to eat while on paleo, and you may find that just a small bowl of these is enough to satisfy that sweet craving. If you're really struggling, you can obviously go ahead and research the ingredient swaps that you'd need to make in order to create some proper desserts. The point is, it isn't as hard as people first assume. You need to weigh up the consequences of what your sweet tooth has done to your diet. As a society, we have for a long time not thought about or dealt with the consequences of eating such a highly processed and sugary diet. With paleo, you can have sweet treats without the guilt, and without the harmful side effects of chemical-driven, processed foods. Sure, if you've been eating sugary stuff for years, then yeah, the switch to more natural desserts is going to be a bit of an adjustment. However, after a while you may even find you prefer the alternatives.